Hi everybody, it's the Baseball Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the People's Champion. Your host, the Hunter. Welcome back to the Baseball Hut 3, and hopefully you like this video. Hit that subscribe button. So a lot of people were not too happy about the final match that wrestler Jon Cena had on Saturday night's main event. I guess, because he's been a guy that sort of, his whole attitude, you can't see me, never give up. But he gave up. He tapped out. And it was such a light tap. It's like somebody tapping somebody on the shoulder. So I was like, can I get your attention, miss? Can I get your attention, sir? It was like he's trying to get the waiter's attention after, got a bill that he's trying to give a better tip to the waiter. But anyway, some people had their own reactions to this, and Bill Simmons had an interesting reaction to this ending. I don't think this is the last match we'll see Jon Cena. These wrestlers, they always come back. When his career as a movie star is basically a kaput, he will be back. Doing something with wrestling and doing some kind of match. He'll be back. They all come back. They all do. It's like the first final farewell tour. I mean, basically, he'll be back. But this did not go over well. And obviously, after the match was over, the head of WWE does all the bookings and all the matches, Triple H, the legendary wrestler Triple H, got booed. Everybody booed his ass. People haven't been happy with WWE of late. Last year was great, but this year, very disappointing. So here's some awful announcing. Bill Simmons compares Jon Cena's controversial last match to the Sopranos ending. Ugh. Sopranos ending, what a disaster that was. Cena... I mean, really, if you watch the ending of the stupid Journey song, and then we go to black, everybody thought that TV set went out. Just a terrible ending. Cena was symbolically saying, I'm literally tapping out. Well, he did tap out. That's it. Bill Simmons wasn't in attendance to see Jon Cena wrestle his final match. But if he had been, he wouldn't have been among those booing Paul Triple H Levesque for having the wrestler whose motto is never give up and his career by tapping out, basically giving up. I mean, if anything, he should have passed out. That's what people were saying. Either he was going to win the match, he's going to lose on, by submission, or he was going to just pass out. On the latest episode of the Bill Simmons podcast, the Ring of Founder discussed the controversial finish to the last match of Cena's career, which took place during this past weekend's Saturday night's main event show on Peacock. Now, like many, Simmons actually likes seeing the 17-time WWE champion end his career by submitting after being trapped in a sleeper hold by his opponent, Gunther. Also, he liked it. Let me tell you something about Gunther. Talk about no personality. Ugh, he's got zero personality. The wrestlers of today have no personality. They're all generic, all the same. Quote, that Jon Cena thing, I liked it. Most people didn't like it, Simmons told cousin Sal Iacona. I thought it was a good tag, a good zag. I thought it was the Sopranos ending of WWE farewells. Like 10 years from now, I think it'll be good. Cousin Sal proceeded to question whether anyone will even know who Gunther is a decade from now. Simmons retorted that the ring general is now a huge heel, while continuing his defense of the polarizing finish. Quote, I liked it. Cena was symbolically saying, I'm literally tapping out. That's it for me. ESPN, ex-ESPN columnist said. But that's the thing. People didn't want to see him go up against Gunther. Gunther is so boring. He's, like I said, he has zero charisma. Okay, he's German. He's German. He's got no personality. We've seen this kind of act from German wrestlers before. It's the same act, While opinions about pro wrestling creative are obviously subjective, Simmons' stance is hardly the consensus among fans. That much was made clear in the immediate aftermath of the match, in which fans in attendance at Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C. booed Triple H, WWE Chief Content Officer who was in charge of the company's creative. Although there is a long-standing tradition of pro wrestling legends losing the final matches of their careers, that trend has shifted in recent years. Plus, many fans, both in attendance and online, weren't as upset about Cena losing as so much as they were about him tapping out, as doing so is analytical antithetical to the character he spent the last 20 years playing. Like I said, he wears a shirt that says, "Never give up. Don't give up." And it's like, you can't see me coming. And it's like, well, no one saw him tap out, that's for sure. Now, in many ways, Simmons is right. The reaction was very similar to what happened. Not really. What the hell is he talking about? The Sopranos ended on a video where he had this weird music of the song from the 80s, "Don't Stop Believing," and then you go to black. You see all these people coming into the diner with the family, sitting down ready to eat dinner, and then Tony looking up. To be honest with you, I think there's a reason why that happened in The Sopranos. Because they had a documentary last year on the 25th anniversary of the show, and it ended just like that. And I started thinking to myself, the creator of that show, David Chase, he's just an asshole. That's why he ended the show like that. That show didn't end on some kind of complicated reasoning. It's just stupid. It was meant to give a middle finger to all the fans that watched it and had all the shows and have all the sort of water cooler discussion the next day on a Monday. It was all just to piss people off. I mean, just watching that documentary, you realize what kind of a jerk David Chase is. But this thing with we know that a lot of times with these last matches, usually the older wrestler loses. Okay, it's sort of like handing over the reins to a next generation. We saw it with Hulk Hogan with Andre the Giant. We saw that Hulk Hogan with The Rock and plenty of other wrestlers over the years. But what's weird about this is, like I said, you have a guy that talked about never giving up, but he tapped out. I mean, it was such a light tap out. It wasn't like him, banging his hand on the mat or anything like that. And of course, Gunther's such a nondescript wrestler. He does a lot of great things. Great athlete. He's a great wrestler, but boy, he's got no personality. None. If he had a bigger personality, it would be a lot more enjoyable. And a lot of people are making all kinds of speculation that different wrestlers were going to come out and cause trouble. There was all kinds of talk that maybe that it was all fake. That there's all kinds of rumors, of course, that the legendary wrestler Chris Jericho is coming back. And there is a lot of big rumors about him coming back. People thought that he was going to show up on Saturday night for that match, just to spoil the fun. Or showing up for CM Punk's match. Really. Well, you let me know what you think about this video. And, of course, what do you think about this whole thing? Did you like it? Did you like the last match? I didn't get a chance to see it, but I saw, the last couple of minutes of it. That's not how you want to go out. Especially for a wrestler that says, never give up. Well, we gave up. Well, thank you for watching this video. Of course, please subscribe to Baseball Head 3, and I'll see you later.